All right, you guys. So it is February. We are heading into Valentine's Day. And with the idea of Valentine's Day, there's so many conversations about intimacy, romance, all these things. And I mean, intimacy and romance gets locked in together so much. But there's a lot to intimacy. There's a lot of different varieties or ways that we can contribute to intimacy, experience intimacy. So I guess for you, Megan, what do you think is something really important for people to keep fresh in their mind when they're trying to figure out what intimacy is?
I think it's understanding that intimacy is not just sex, which I think in society we think about when I'm intimate with someone, it means that I am physically having sex with them. But we can foster that in so many different ways. That can be through physical touch, and by that, like a hug, a back rub, a hand massage. It can be through activities that you enjoy together, whether it's doing going on a bike ride, playing chess together, laughing about your favorite show. It can be through conversation and sharing experiences, listening to one another. There's so many different ways to come together and connect other than just through, a few glorious minutes. That it's and for fostering the strength in relationships, and that's not just with your romantic relationships, but also in terms of your peer relationships, right? That you can foster that intimacy and that closeness and that connectedness. And I'd say for couples in particular, with Valentine's Day coming up, maybe talking about how you feel like your love cup is filled is an important piece, because if you're disconnecting or you're ship sailing in the night with one another, you might not even know that those love cups aren't being fulfilled, even if you are having intercourse with one another, right? So I think really important conversations to be able to have.
I think it's a great reminder. And there's, sexual intimacy is fun and enjoyable. Mm-hmm. And so there's people who are single and they're having, sex is just a fun thing. Or in early dating relationships where sex is the symbol of intimacy, many times those relationships are short-lived because the other types of intimacy. And there's, our simple go-tos. So the wellness wheel is a great reminder that the wellness wheel, there's 6 dimensions of intimacy: social, emotional, intellectual, physical, which is not just sex, but also physical wellness together. All the things we do with our time, occupationally and spiritual. The other really nice evaluation of intimacy is the 5 love languages. Mm-hmm. That there's the words of affirmation, acts of service, physical touch, quality time, and gifts. But intimacy through an attachment lens is really that I am taking time to see you, to know you, to hear you. And I think that's why we view sex as such a symbol of intimacy, because when you have great sex, or, the first time you have sex with somebody, it really is an experience of like, wow, I feel seen, heard, and known in this experience. But as relationships go on, obviously it's a lot hard to have that experience consistently, because you're not seeing me, you're not hearing me, you're not knowing me in the kitchen, in the car, whatever our needs are outside of the bedroom.
Yeah. That's a really good point. I like that. And I think too, just with Valentine's Day coming around, that just in terms of the love languages, it's a really quick, easy little quiz to do online. And it's a nice, non-offensive way, I think, to sit down with your partner and to go through, like, these were my scores. Let's look at yours. And how can we work together to meet each other's needs if we're not already doing that? Because I think sometimes talking about, hey, I need my love cup filled, or I need to feel intimate in a different way, can feel very critical and can make people feel insecure and defensive, right? And so being open, but being mindful that's an emotion that might come up in yourself or in your partner.
I really agree with you. Saying to somebody, my love cup is empty, it can get you the exact opposite of what you want. So cultivating a conversation, creating a safe moment to talk about intimacy, and to try and find a way to comfortably and safely say, how do we get back some of that fun, enjoyment, delight? How do we have those important conversations about feelings? And another simple couples strategy that I think works a lot is a little game called 5 Minute Favor. And so lots of times in long-term relationships, especially monogamous relationships, sex gets boring. So to say, okay, let's take volley taking turns. What 5 minute favor would you like? That could be a foot rub. That could be cleaning the kitchen. That's not very romantic, but hey, you're allowed.
It's intimate though. Yeah. It could be your love cup, acts of service.
It could be, right? Or it could be, I mean, there's more explicit sexual favors that people might like, but getting to know, and to have somebody say, I'm going to commit 5 minutes to slowing down and cleaning the kitchen with you could feel very good. It's like, wow, you took time for me, whatever I'm asking for. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so go easy on yourselves. Let's talk about intimacy. Let's talk about sexual intimacy. Let's talk about all the varieties of intimacy and get the conversation going, I guess.
Have an intimate Valentine's Day.
Yes.
However that looks.
Yes, exactly. All right. Thanks, Megan.
Thanks, Tara. See ya.
Bye.